I have the great privilege to make an award presentation. You know, we've heard so much about how the demographics of our membership, they're changing. And you're, for the most part, y'all are, about well, even younger than than my children. And that's a good thing, but you all do communicate differently than people my age. With a few exceptions, some of us do communicate the same way that y'all do. But we try to focus on this at every single conference we have. As I said earlier, from CEOs to directors, all down the ranks, because it is driving new technologies, new strategies for dealing with these technologies, and it's ever more important now with all that noise out there to be meeting our members and trying to engage with them. And so because of this, we just feel very strongly that without the ability and flexibility and nimbleness to be able to actually take advantage of those new technologies, we will get left behind, and we're working really hard. I mean, I never would have imagined 5 years ago, or even 2 years ago, I suppose, when I first came to NRECA, that we would have to hire a director of digital strategy. Jess O'Neill. I mean, it never would have occurred to me, even though I will say in my congressional office, I used to beat up on the staff. We need somebody who does social media only. And they looked at me as if I was crazy. Now, keep in mind, they're all your all's age, my staff. And they thought that this was, but, things change so rapidly now that it really does make a difference. So I know that an awful lot of you were here last night when we toasted the 2015 Spotlight on Excellence Awards. And I have to say that they did a great job, and many thanks to those who helped sponsor it. It was a very, very nice event. And let's give another round of applause to all the winners of that. Stand up, winners. For those of you all, stand up if you won a Spotlight on Excellence. Come on, there are a lot of you. Great job. Great job. Thank you. And so now, on behalf of NRECA and the Council of Rural Electric Communicators, I'm really honored and privileged to present the Edgar F. Chesnutt Award. As many of you all may know, Edgar was the manager of corporate communications for the Arkansas statewide for many years and was one of the very first certified cooperative communicators. And the award in his honor recognizes the highest overall score within the Best Total Communication Program category of the Spotlight competition. It's really, I guess how you would put it, it's really our best in show. And it recognizes detailed strategic communication plans and outstanding community outreach programs. The finalists for this year's Chesnutt Award are, I feel like I should have one of those Academy Award envelopes. We should do that next year, Jim. Anyway, so let's put the slide up showing the finalists, if we could, please. We've got Bluebonnet Electric Cooperative in Bastrop, Texas. We've got Carroll Electric Membership Cooperative in Georgia, CoServe in Texas, Demco in Louisiana, Garcane Energy in Utah, and Wabash Valley Power in Indiana. And this year's Chesnutt Award goes to a 75th anniversary campaign that stretched beyond the traditional historic retrospective. This co-op developed a multifaceted program that educated members about its rich history in creative and engaging ways. And these are ideas that we are going to steal for our NRECA 75th anniversary in 2017. So anyway, it also attracted them to and engaged with them in all of its new, the members themselves, in its new communications program. And I just have to say, y'all, that I have visited this co-op, and everyone there, from the top down and the bottom up, understands the importance of a strong, proactive communications effort. So let's roll the video and you can see for yourself.
The anniversary gave us an opportunity to tell our own co-op story, and by doing that we told the story of our communities as well. Bluebonnet serves a huge area, more than 3,800 square miles in 14 counties. We have almost 87,000 meters. But the cooperative is the thing that connects everyone in this region. The most important thing is that we wanted to have fun, and we wanted our members to have fun too. So we brought a 75th anniversary angle to almost everything we did. We started planning this project more than 2 years ago. Our designated history writer started his research in early 2013, looking for Bluebonnet members who remembered life before there was electricity. Another team member spent days combing the archives of the LBJ Library in Austin, finding photographs of Lyndon Johnson greeting co-op members who had just gotten electricity. And it was his political clout that led to the construction of dams that brought hydroelectric power to the Bluebonnet area. Our first big project was our 2014 calendar. It took 3 months to research, photograph, and design. We had then and now photos that were taken from the exact same locations in different cities. Every month in Texas Co-op Power magazine, we had a big package related to some aspect of this history project. Our designer created intricate timelines that took the reader on interesting and entertaining trips through time. And 2 of those timelines were blown up to 12-foot-long stretched canvas on metal frames that were suspended from the ceiling in our 5-member service centers. We had signs on substations, we had ads in newspapers. For our government youth tour ads, we used a photo we found of LBJ with one of the first youth tour groups from Texas. And at the same time we were doing all of these things for our 75th anniversary, we rolled out a brand new website. Social media, primarily Facebook and Twitter, were where we really engaged with our members about our history. We had some cool giveaways on social media, and every time we did, we saw a spike in reach and user engagement. Even without giveaways, though, member engagement increased every month. Our Facebook likes jumped from 1,600 in 2013 to more than 4,400 by the end of 2014. If you're considering doing a project like this, we suggest you start planning a lot farther in advance than you think you should. Identify those key stakeholders from throughout the co-op who are enthusiastic about your project, because their buy-in can spread the excitement and engagement throughout all the departments of the co-op. Have fun. Use the project as an opportunity for creativity and team building. Oh, and you might not want to launch a website at the same time you're launching a big project like this, unless you really like stress.
So, accepting for Bluebonnet Electric Cooperative in Bastrop, Texas, is Manager of Marketing and Communications, Melissa Segrist. Joining Melissa on stage is Bluebonnet's communications team. Manager of Public Affairs, Will Holford. Senior Communications Specialists, Janet Wilson and Sarah Beal. And Communications Specialist and Photographer, Lisa Ogle. Please join me in congratulating them. Congratulations. All right. Come on up, guys.
Thank you all. God, you can really tell I have a Texas accent, can't you? This is really such an amazing honor for us. When we got the phone call, I refused to believe Carol Crabtree when she told me that we had won. I just kept saying, "What? You've called the wrong people." But no, we really appreciate this. I want to thank everybody with NRECA and the cooperative communicators and everybody here. All the finalists did amazing jobs, and this is just such a real honor for us to get this. It means so much to us. I want to thank everybody on our team: Sarah Beal, Joe Stafford, Lisa Ogle, Janet Wilson, Will Holford. They worked their asses off. This whole project was really a labor of love for all of us. It gave us an opportunity to do a lot of really creative things and have a lot of fun. We learned a lot about the communities and our members and the co-op in the course of doing this project. And that was really a great way that let us tell our members' story as well, because they were as curious and interested in the history of how their communities developed and got electricity as we were. We also tried to connect the history with the new website, and social media was really important to this whole process. They also liked a lot of the T-shirts that we gave away. We gave away a lot of T-shirts. And we also used all of our employees and our retirees to help us understand and learn about the co-op's history. Bluebonnet was really generous with us in letting us have fun with this and do a whole lot of special things, so I'm really grateful to everyone there. And just on a personal note, my father was the general manager of Brazos Electric Cooperative for several decades, and I was just a kid at that time, and I just remember going to a lot of ribbon cuttings and looking at power plants. But I know that he wanted me to go to Baylor like he did, and so I went to the University of Texas. He wanted me to be a lawyer or follow in his footsteps, and so I was a journalist for 35 years. And I'm glad to say that I'm now in an industry where there's an increasing demand for our product as opposed to newspapers where nobody wants us anymore. But I think the fact that we were able to look back at the history of bringing electricity to rural central Texas was really special for me, because that's what my father did. He was very involved in that in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and I think that he would be really happy to see us up here and to see me doing this, you know. So anyway, thanks everybody, really appreciate it. Thank you to the staff that worked so hard, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Seriously, you have some great ideas, and I assure you we will be calling to get your all's help on our 75th. And really, it was wonderful to see the proactive efforts that y'all made to reach out to your members. So thank you all so much for allowing me to share this time with you. I apologize in advance for not being able to stay for the whole conference, but my whirlwind life seems to have started again. And please know that you all make such a difference in the lives of your members and in the whole spirit that of cooperatives across the country, and I am so grateful to you. So thank you so very much.